welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for another video. So today's video is going to be the part 2 continuation of my 4-week surgery update, indicating how well I'm feeling and that my recovery process has, I feel like I'm at the end of my recovery in terms of my feelings. So with that said, I decided to do the part 2 to actually share my tips and tricks as to what helped get me through, because some of it was trial and error, and I just wanted to share with you, being that I just went through the process. So I'm gonna jump right in. So one of the things, I wrote things down because sometimes, like I said, I get a little scatterbrained, so don't mind me if you see me looking down. One of the most important thing for me was ensuring that I had help within the first couple of days. That was so important. So it's called arrange for help before you have your surgery. Obviously, it would be arranged for help in the first week, but basically when you go to the hospital or wherever you do, the clinic, wherever you're having your surgery and you're gonna get out, you wanna have help to get out. Like, I could not have done that on my own. When I left the clinic, I was delirious. So arranging for help is so important. After leaving the clinic, like, hubby was there with me the entire time. He waited in the waiting room. He was there just to help me get my clothes on after I came out of surgery. I just remember him and the nurses just like putting my arms through my shirt, and they're talking to me, and I'm just mumbling, and I'm just foggy brained, and I'm just tired, and I'm just sleepy. So I couldn't have done it on my own. And then after, on the way home, he even stopped and picked up my prescription and just all those great things. So you definitely need help after having this surgery, guys. Don't try to do it on your own. 2, for me, is getting rest. Get rest when your body tells you to rest. I know for me, that's always a big thing. I'm always like, oh, okay, since I'm down, like I'm actually like down laying in a bed or something, maybe I could just read a book, or maybe I could watch something, because I don't take that time. I don't take those times often for myself in the middle of the day when things are going, just life is just going. So that was like, that's always a struggle for me. But this time around, there are a few times I'm just like, okay, I feel tired, and I really just kind of took the rest that I needed, and it really helped. Some key things pertaining to after the surgery itself occur: drink lots and lots of fluids. Mind you, they fill you up with all this stuff, surgical fluids. I don't know what the heck they put inside of you, but you have that, from the IV or whatever, that they drip fluids in you when you're having surgery. Y'all know what I mean. Don't try to play me. But we're also taking medication, and that medication is like, it does help with your pain. Don't get it twisted. It's like it's a form of Percocet, and it definitely helps with pain. However, it just shuts down your system, and you know that system that I'm talking about, and you need lots of fluids just to keep your bowels and everything moving, just like it. They probably show you on the Magic School Bus. Yeah? No? Okay. So drinking lots of water, and one of the key things that I like to drink was hot beverages, because that will help get the gas out of you. The gas that they use to pump up your stomach, that is in you for a while, like at least like the first week of surgery, and you can feel it, like I mentioned, in your shoulders and in all these areas. So you got to drink hot beverages to help keep that flowing and getting it out of you, because it hurts. Like, I'm not even playing, it really hurts. Another one that goes in conjunction to drinking is eating. After having your surgery, you basically don't want to put just anything in your body, because your bowels aren't working that well. You're prone to just getting constipation or constipated. So it's important to actually think about what you eat. You don't want to eat things that are actually going to add more gas into your stomach. So that's another important one. So for me, the first few days, what I stuck to was just drinking smoothies or drinking soup and stuff like that, just to help get my bowels moving, and to just get, like I said, it's not necessarily liquid, it's more pureed or softer, something clear and hearty. But I did make the mistake, I think it was like the 2-week mark, I made the mistake of eating like hard-boiled eggs, and eggs are something that actually affect me on the regular anyways. So eating that just had me all types of bloated, and I felt so uncomfortable. It was so bad, and I have yet to eat eggs since then. It's a 4-week mark now, so I might just take my shot at it again and probably eat it in the form that settles best with me, which is like the fried version as opposed to hard-boiled eggs, because they don't sit so well with me. So yeah, you just have to be mindful. You don't want to eat things like, I'd probably avoid things like broccoli if that makes you gassy, beans, eggs, I don't know, things of that nature, because you just don't want to be bloated. They do encourage that you eat protein, things that are high in protein and lots of grains, just for the first little while until your bowels, you should know yourself. So when your bowels start to move and you start to feel better, you can then go ahead and just, I guess, start gradually eating what you're used to, because it's not like you're trying to starve yourself. Another component that coincides with what I just said, well, does it? Or maybe it doesn't, but it's number 4, and it is getting up and walking. Getting up and walking is so important because it helps to get the gases out too. When you are laying down, it's like it just sits there. It doesn't really it doesn't escape you. But when you get up and you walk around, it just keeps things moving. And I found that it was very helpful. There are times when I'd lay down and it's just like, you lay there and you think, oh, you feel fine, but when you get up is when you can feel all the gases just like relocating itself in your body. And after walking around a little bit, it really just got things moving. Sometimes it would get so bad that I just get up and just kind of pace the room back and forth. If I didn't want to trek my way all the way down the stairs, I'd just walk around and do several laps around my room, and just to get the exercise. Number 5 is not overdoing it. Like I said, I didn't overdo it, but there was this one time when I went out and shoveled when I probably shouldn't have, and I ended up kind of not hurting myself, but I felt it. It was just, I think I tired myself out, and it kind of brought me back like 2 days. So just don't overdo it. Really take the rest that you need, and don't push yourself beyond what you should, because you don't want to set back your recovery process. Another thing that I want to talk about was coughing and sneezing, because this was, oh my gosh, coughing and sneezing was the worst. Let me give you an example of how I was coughing. For whatever the reason is that I was coughing, I would always hold my stomach, and holding your stomach it's not even the main thing. Like, you really should have a pillow, and I would be like, it would be like these small little coughs or hiccup or sneezes. Like, they weren't really sneezes. They were just funny. And that's the best I could do, because if it were to go down and come from deep within, oh my gosh, it would hurt so bad. It was already hurting with those little mini sneezes. So yeah, whenever you want to sneeze and whatnot, definitely get a pillow. Have a pillow at hand so you can kind of grab it and hold it and sneeze. Or maybe just try to hold your tummy if you can. Over New Year's, I was feeling really ill, and thank God I was so far along in my recovery process. I don't know what I had. I don't know if it was the flu or if it was some kind of food poisoning, because I ended up throwing up for like 12 hours back to back. And oh my gosh, thank God, I feel like I was pretty recovered. So that was the 3-week mark. I felt like I was pretty good up until then, because I threw up like 20 times, and my tummy didn't ache anymore. It was just the process of just getting stuff up, but I didn't feel the effects of my belly. So that was really good. If that was earlier on, oh my gosh, that would be terrible. And I did end up throwing up once, I think, after like in the 1.5-week mark, and it was not very good. It was just so uncomfortable, and I had to ask Aaron, I'm like, do you think I hurt anything? Do you think I pulled anything? And he assured me that no, everything should be fine, like, because he's read up on it too, and there have been people. So that, yeah, just be mindful of that. Sneezing, coughing, and even throwing up, if that is something that comes about. Those things do kind of feel very, very uncomfortable and can even hurt. Another thing is that I used is a hot pack. I used a hot pack and rested on various areas, my shoulders and areas. They told you not to put it on your incision by any means, so I didn't do that, but I did use it and place it in different areas to help just to provide comfort, and it also helped to remove the gases because it just kind of got it moving, and I found that it really helps. So hot packs are good and useful. Like I said, I wouldn't put it on my incision because my doctor and the nurses said that they wouldn't recommend that. Also, do not get your incision wet. You're told not to get your incision wet. So upon the first, I think, pretty much 10 days, I had a bandage over it, and then I was told to wrap myself with saran wrap. So when I went in the water, the water would repel off the saran wrap and not soak the incision as it was healing. And so I left my bandage on, my gauze, for 15 days. Apparently there are new studies that indicate that if you do have your gauze on for longer, that your recovery, your incision heals faster. And I probably believe this because for someone who's had 3 C-sections, the motto before was to let your incision get air, and I did find that my incisions didn't heal as fast as this healed. I kept it on for 15 days, but in between that, Aaron changed my gauze for me and would check it out, and everything was like, it was pretty healed up pretty fast. So that was pretty neat to see. So I think that's probably a thing, like where your incision is healing faster if it's not prone to getting exposure to air and whatnot. But as far as getting it wet, we were told not to get it wet for 10 days or yeah, so I didn't. I basically didn't get it wet for the 15 days. I would wrap myself and whatnot and still bathe and shower and then just rinse myself off quickly, and I'd come out and then make sure I dabbed the area and make sure it wasn't wet. That way it didn't get soaked. I think water is gonna get there, but it's just, you just don't want to saturate it and let it soak, because you know how the skin gets softer and softer. You're not trying to open back your incision up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are some of the tips and tricks that I found to be useful. I also want to indicate that prepping a week before surgery, or maybe not even a full week, because you don't want, like I was actually making reference to food, like preparing some meals before your surgery is a great thing. Because that way you'll have just food in the fridge and stuff to just help keep you going. I actually had intentions to prep, but I didn't really do much of it. We did have leftovers in the fridge from the day before, and that was pretty much it. But I'm so thankful to my friends. Oh my gosh, thank you. Mwah! You guys know who you are, who sent over meals. Like, you guys are amazing. Like, you guys don't understand. I probably said like 20 times in this video, but they're so amazing, and I'm so blessed and so thankful. I can't wait to I guess do it in return, though I get shy and nervous about doing that stuff, because I don't know, different people like different things, so I get nervous about like making food for people. I don't know why. Just like how I get nervous throwing parties and stuff like that. I'm strange like that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini video. If you have any further questions that I did not touch base on, definitely ask, and I will further either conduct a video or answer your question or whatever, right? So leave your comments down below, and don't forget to share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and much love. Mwah! Bye guys!